Okay, so now we saw in this question the situation. Now, can anybody tell me what situation we are doing here? Because the first question was not situation based; it was a plain question. But in this situation number two, you have got a very typical situation which is there in your list of situations, the 13 situations. It is one of them. I gave you a hint. There is one situation which out of that in 13 situations, one of them. Can you tell me the number, which situation number it is, and what situation it is? Can somebody tell me, unmute yourself and tell me? Communication failure takes place and fail to contact any stations. What situation this is? Can anybody tell me what is the situation number? Yes. Unmute yourself, somebody, and tell me what is the situation.
Number 3.
Can anybody tell me? Number 3, correct. This is RCF, radio communication failure. Radio communication failure. Number 3. Why? I told you communication failure takes place in two ways. Either it is a total communication failure or it's a partial communication failure. In total communication failure, we transmit our message 2 times on primary and 2 times on secondary. If we are in contact on HF, that is on HF, primary and secondary. But if we are not on HF, if we are on VHF, then there is no need of transmitting 4 times, then only twice on your whatever VHF frequency you are. Communication can fail via VHF also and HF also. Anything it can fail. Okay, that is right. So now you are actually, this is your situation. Now, what situation? Look at the situation. You were told by the ATC to cross Alpha, a name of a place Alpha. But when you will look at your charts, now you will look in the charts and you will waste your time. You will try your best in the chart of Delhi to Mumbai flight, chart number 1. You will never find that place Alpha on the chart. Why? There is a reason. Because this is a civil chart for civil flights or RT exam, civil, of course. So, but the Alpha is actually a defense location very close to Delhi. Somewhere near Delhi. Nobody knows the correct location of Alpha. As per maps, of course, we don't know. And no defense installation will be indicated ever on a civil map. So they're just saying you have to cross Alpha. Wherever the Alpha comes, okay. But you, by the time you come to Alpha, you should be at 18,000 feet. Okay. But you could not do it because of some reason. There may be a lot of things. Maybe you must be having a strong headwind. So aircraft is not climbing. Maybe your engine is not developing enough power. You are not climbing. Or sometime because of headwind, mostly you restricted rate of climb. Or moreover, there is one more very technical reason for a you can say a poor rate of climb or a decreased rate of climb. That is maybe you are overloaded, a lot of load in the aircraft, overweight. Okay, the aircraft is little bit more on the positive side as far as weight is concerned. Then also your rate of climb can be restricted. Means you will not get the normal rate of climb if your aircraft is loaded on the positive, more on the higher side. So whatever the technical reason you have, that has to be told by you to the ATC. Why you cannot follow the ATC and your rate of climb is not such that you will come at 18,000 feet over Alpha. But you wanted to tell him, and what is the situation here? In instrument metrical condition, that is the visibility is bad. In IMC, instrument metrical condition, you are flying IFR condition. You cross Alpha at 1410. You managed to cross Alpha. You did reach Alpha. You did reach Alpha. And it was in your watch, you saw it is 1410. 1410, 10 minutes after you left Delhi, you were at Alpha. But you noticed your level of 18,000 was not achieved at Alpha. But then he calculated that as per this rate of climb, when I come to Jaipur, that is, I will be coming to Jaipur, that is Juliet Papa, VOR of Jaipur at 1425. That is when I think I will come at reach 180. That is when I will come at flight level 180. Now the whole thing, thing which has happened, you must give the information to the ATC, because the ATC must be thinking that you will reach after 18,000. So you must tell the ATC of this lacuna on your part. Whatever the reason, you must give to the ATC. But while you are thinking of doing so, at that moment of time, communication failure takes place, and you fail to contact any station. So anyway, because you are in Delhi FIR, and Delhi is the ATC who is instructed to follow this operation. So you must tell Delhi itself. So you will contact Delhi control. You look in the answer. When you look in the answer, you will see. When you look at the answer, you will see. When you look at the answer, you will see. You will go to the answer. You will go to the answer. Delhi control, Delhi control Deccan 413, transmitting blind. I told you in the previous classes, there are only two cases where you don't take go ahead from the ATC. You can transmit your message without taking go ahead from the ATC. Straight away tell your message to the ATC. In other cases, take off, landing. You always say request, take off, request, landing, and then take first go ahead and then transmit the message to know whether he is busy or not. But in the case of Mayday or Pan, emergency or distress, or whenever your communication has failed, that is the time you just transmit blind your message, you without taking any go ahead from the ATC. See here, you are saying Delhi control straight away. Delhi control Deccan 413 transmitting blind with a hope that somebody will listen, because transmitting blind, the very word itself is an answer. Transmitting blind. I'm just blindly transmitting my message, transmitting blind. I don't know whether my communication will go to you, but I'm transmitting blind with a hope. Transmitting blind, crossed alpha 1410. This is already given in the question paper. You want to tell him that I'm giving my transmission in blind. Whether sometime what happened, blind transmission you intend for Delhi. If Delhi cannot read you, maybe some other network station will, may some aircraft or some other station will listen to you, and they will relay your message. Like in the last question paper, you know that aircraft was going from Indore to Ahmedabad. He could not transmit, the Ahmedabad was not receiving him, but he relayed. You relayed for him. Similarly, some aircraft may relay for you also. So you keep on transmitting. At least somebody will listen to your communication, and it will be passed on to Delhi. So I think transmitting blind, cross alpha 1410. That is the time given in the question paper. 1410, flight level 180, estimating Jaipur 1425. You will be at Jaipur at 1425. Kabar, Kabar is one place which is not given again in your map. Okay, again maybe it is some any installation, but don't give. If it is not given in the map, no need to give it. It is not given in the question paper also. Name of Kabar, so don't give. What is stick to what is given in the question paper, because unnecessarily if you try to add anything else extra, you will waste just your time, and sometimes you may make a slip also. So we cannot be very confident. So don't give name of Kabar on that. Okay. Up to here, it is okay. Estimating Jaipur 1425, it is given in the question paper. Continuing flight to Mumbai. You must give your intention. What you will do next, because it's a blind transmission. They don't know. They can't ask you what now, what you want to do. So you told on your own accord what you will do. Continuing flight to Mumbai. We'll leave flight level 180 for flight level 320. Why you said this? You said this because in the question paper it is given request level change en route. But to whom you request? To whom you request? Communication failed. So you can't request anybody. You can't ask anybody. You can't ask Delhi that I want to go leave 18,000 feet now and I want to go to my desired level. What was the desired level? 320, 32,000 feet. The question paper said, okay, then you ask for level after ATC clearance is given. You ask for level change en route from 18 to 32. But whom you will ask? The communication is failed. So without asking, you are just telling now. You are not asking, but telling that I will leave. I will. Without asking, you are telling I will leave, because of blind. Blindly you are telling him. Will leave flight level 180. That is, I'll leave my level of 180 for flight level 320 at 1430. At 1430. That means after Jaipur. Jaipur you will reach at 1425. Because Jaipur you will reach 1425 and Jaipur you will reach at 18,000. So when you reach Jaipur at 18, then you will plan to leave 18 at Jaipur and try to climb to 32,000. That is a little bit after Jaipur. So we have given it a say a margin of 5 minutes for the our next climb to commence 1425, 18,000 feet. After that, you'll start climbing for 32,000 feet. And by the time you start preparing yourself to climb to a higher level, we take a lapse of about 5 minutes. They said at 1430, I will leave the level. You specified in this 1430, I will leave the level of 180 and start climbing to 320. Blindly you told him without taking his permission, because this is what you will do. Even if you take his permission, he will not give you. Communication is failed. So you just told him blindly. This was once he told him, told the Delhi control. Then again the same thing. I say again. I say again, and again the whole thing you have to repeat. Delhi control, Deccan 413, transmitting blind, cross alpha 1410, flight level 180, estimating Jaipur, and then 1425, continuing flight to Mumbai. We'll leave flight level 180 for 320 at 1430. That is after Jaipur. We'll transmit again at 1425. That means I'll be again calling you. Again, I will make my next transmission at 1425. That means when I reach Jaipur, again I'll call you. 1425, where you will be? In Jaipur. So again I will call you. Again I will call you. Okay. So okay. Now I'll just tell you one more thing as per your query. There is no need for you in the log sheet to write 2 times. There is no need to write 2 times. See, you will write once. You will write once, and just in bracket you will write 2. Just write this transmission once, and after I say again, and just in the bracket you write 2. That means this transmission for 2 times. Okay. We can say we are not going to, because in the question paper they also understand, the answer sheet also they will understand. Writing the same thing 2 times is not logical at all. You will, of course, once you have to write in abbreviation. Of course, you will have to write in abbreviation. Whichever word in the entire conversation of this does not an abbreviation, you will definitely have to write in full. You will not use your own abbreviation. Strictly as per WPC, you have to write the abbreviation. You will not deviate in any manner from the list which I have given you. You have to strictly stick to the list. Your own abbreviations will not work out there. If there is no abbreviation given for any particular word in the list, then you have to write, you have to take the pains of writing it in full. But wherever such type of messages come, where the same thing has to be written 2 times, you just write once. You write once, and you can say just in the bracket you write 2. Like in pen message, suppose you are saying pen. No need to write pen 3 times. Just write pen once, and in bracket you write 3. So it's obvious you said pen 3 times. All right, this way. This is the way in which you will write the repeated messages. Okay, just write the number of times you are going to repeat it. Pen you repeat 3 times. That's why in the bracket you wrote 3. You will repeat only once, or that is totally repetitions are 2. So you will just write 2. All right. Okay. Now, apart from that, this was communication failure. So far in the question paper since yesterday, when we started the question paper number, we have done urgency situation, we have done joining, and we have done crossing ATC routes also, 2 situations dealt with. Then today, see, we again came to a new situation, that is radio communication failure, situation number 3. So we have done situation number 3, situation number 4, and we could now situation number 4 is a combination of 2 situations. One is joining and another is crossing. We have done both. We had done yesterday joining also and crossing also. And of course, apart from that, we have done one more situation, that is the situation number 10, that is request to change ATC route. That is when we change our route, and from there we go to Songad for the diversion after we were told Ahmedabad is having bad weather. Okay. So this finishes your question number 2 of question paper number 2. So can anybody just unmute yourself and tell me what time you will put in the log for this? You departed at 2 o'clock, right? 2 o'clock, that is 1400 hours, 1400 as per the actual time of departure. You left Delhi at 2. That was the question number 1, or time for question number 1. What time you will put for question number 2? Can anybody tell me what time you will put for question number 2? Against question number 2, what time you will put? Just unmute yourself and anybody can tell me fast.
Sir, 1430.
1430. 1430. How did you reach to the conclusion of 1430? You took half an hour. Why half an hour? See, you slipped. How you slipped? Can you tell me? Just read it very carefully. You slipped. In your question paper, now I'll tell you. Look at the question. Yeah, saying request level change route. In instrument, they already gave you answer in this. In instrument material conditions, you cross alpha at 1410. That means it's already 1410 in your watch. It's already you cross alpha. You have crossed alpha at 1410 and estimating Jaipur at 1425. That means you have not reached Jaipur, but you are estimating that you will reach Jaipur at 1425. So you are somewhere between 1410 and 1425. Now you tell me what time. 14. You realize your mistake, na?
Yes, sir. Yes.
See, you yourself, yeah. Don't mind. I'm not trying to prove you wrong, but I'm just giving you a logic because you yourself said in the question paper that you are going to come to Jaipur, estimating Jaipur. You are estimating, going to come, na? Estimating, going to come at Jaipur at 1425. You have not come. You are going to come. When 1425 you will reach there, how can you be already there at 1430 in the question paper? Okay,
Yes.
so 1410 to 1420 is fine. But I told you before, never give your time in round figures. Never say 1420. You can say 141419. It sounds good. 1418 like that. Okay. 1421. Very good. The examiner will think you are very calculative that way. Okay. So try to give times which are not in round figure. All right. Okay. Nice.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Now, anything, you're most welcome. Anything can happen in the question paper. Question paper is very funny because a lot of things which I have not myself experienced in 35 years of my flying and my career, I am experiencing in the question paper nowadays. It's very funny because question paper can go to any extent, to test your knowledge, which may not look sometimes logical. When you come to question number 3, that's why I'm telling because of question number 3. Look at this question number 3. Air-ground communication is back to normal. Now they are not telling who went to maintain your communication. The communication failed. Receiver, transmitter, both are not working. All of a sudden they are working. All of a sudden they are now back to air-ground communication is back to normal. How and where and how? I don't know. At 32,000 feet, how can that communication come back to normal? I don't know. I fail to understand. But anyway, air-ground communication is back to normal. You reach Pratapgarh and Ahmedabad calls you. So now your communication is okay. Now your communication, there is no communication failure. You are back to normal situation like before. You reach Pratapgarh. So your present location or your present position is now Pratapgarh. That Ahmedabad calls you. That Ahmedabad calls you. When you reach Pratapgarh, Ahmedabad is calling you. Ahmedabad station is calling you. Now, this is a very dangerous question. Why? In a similar question you did last time, in which the Mumbai control called you. And when he called you, he gave you a bad news. He said the Ahmedabad route is closed because of heavy CB cloud. What do you want to do? But they gave you a hint that you will change your flight plan. There was an answer there. But here there is nothing like that. He said you reach Pratapgarh that he is calling you. He is calling you, but what is going to tell? They are not doing. So this is now what is in your head or what you are thinking of. Obviously, you know, but you don't know what is going in the mind of that examiner. You have to be really very attentive when when you give the call to the examiner. You should be very attentive and notice what he is telling you. Like you reach Pratapgarh at Ahmedabad calls you. So after reaching Pratapgarh, first of all, you should know what Ahmedabad is going to tell you. So we don't know what Ahmedabad is going to tell you after reaching Pratapgarh. Now, when you reach Pratapgarh, you must be very careful. You will straight away say to Ahmedabad. You don't know anything. So straight away, let us go to the answer. Let us go to the answer and let us go to the answer of this. See. Okay. When we reach Pratapgarh, now I will ask you later on. When you reach Pratapgarh, I'll ask you later on. For now, we'll do this answer. Then I'll go back to it and ask you about something about Pratapgarh. Okay. One thing you know by the question paper, you reach Pratapgarh that he's calling you. So you reach Pratapgarh. Now your location is Pratapgarh. You are flying on Pratapgarh now. And when you are over Pratapgarh, Ahmedabad is calling you. So he gave you a call. So you tell your examiner, Ahmedabad control, Deccan 413. Go ahead. Tell me what it is. Go ahead. So he gave you a good news. He said Deccan 413 Mumbai airfield closed due to major fire. Delay not determined. Request your intention. So examiner is telling you in this case, Mumbai airfield closed due to major fire. There is some major breakout of fire in Mumbai. So maybe the ATC is not working and then the aerodrome is closed for operation just now. Delay not determined. So he's saying we don't know how much time it will take it to resume operations again. So delay not determined. We don't know how much time. So the delay is unpredictable. Request your intentions. So he's asking you, the pilot in command, what you want to do. You can't land at Mumbai. You are going from Delhi to Mumbai via Pratapgarh, right? That was your flight plan. So he called you at Pratapgarh, Mumbai, and Ahmedabad told you that your Mumbai airport is not operative. What you want to do? Immediately look at the question paper. When you look at the question paper, immediately you will see your alternate is Ahmedabad. And it is given alternate aerodrome VAH. In case of an emergency, when you can't land at your destination, you will land at the alternate. Immediately, presence of mind. Immediately, will say, would like to land at Ahmedabad. I would like to come and land at Ahmedabad. Immediately, he gave you a clearance. The ATC gave you clearance. Cleared to AE. Report position. Cleared to AE. That means you come to Ahmedabad VOR. I told you, you always fly from VOR to VOR. You said, okay, come to Ahmedabad VOR. That is, look at the map. Ahmedabad VOR is AAE, Alpha Alpha Echo. That is the call sign of Ahmedabad VOR. Okay, you can come to Ahmedabad. Report position. Just tell us where are you now? Just now, what is your location or position? So he said clear to AAE. Repeat the ATC clearance. Clear to AAE. Position Pratapgarh. Position Pratapgarh. Now where you are? At Pratapgarh. At Pratapgarh. Okay. Now this time is 600600. But this time does not match your log sheet time. In the log sheet time, again I'll come to this stretch. I will just share the map again with you and let us see. It is going to be very fun now. Position Pratapgarh, so and so time. So and so time I'm telling. Flight level 320. So your flight level is given in the question 320. Setting course for AAE. Setting course. Now I'm changing my direction. Like you changed yesterday your direction for setting course for Songad, right? You change your course from Songad, from Appeno or Rotif, wherever you were yesterday you were there. Then you change the direction. That is the magnetic track of the aircraft, heading of the aircraft. You change right or left, whatever, and you took a new direction to fly. So here you are saying setting course for AAE. Now I'm changing my direction. I'm coming towards Ahmedabad VOR. Changing my setting the course. Estimating AAE at 0700. Both these times do not match with your question paper. So these respective values of both these times, that is of Pratapgarh and Ahmedabad, we will see as per your chart. Now, this is chart number 1. Chart number 1, as per chart number 1, you were flying from Delhi to Mumbai and you are presently at Pratapgarh. As per your question paper, where are you now? At Pratapgarh. Okay, very fine. Now, in the last question which we did, what was that last question? Communication failure. In that, what time you had reached Jaipur? Can anybody tell me what time you were at Juliet Papa in the last question? Unmute yourself, one of you, and tell me. Just now we have done the last question, question number 2. Where you, what time was given for Jaipur at that?
14:25.
Correct, 14:25. So gentlemen, just tell me, at 14:25 you are at Jaipur. If 14:25 you are at Jaipur and your route is taking you to Gudum first, right? Gudum. So what time you will reach Gudum? How much time you will take from Jaipur to Gudum? How many minutes? Just tell me approximately. I'm not asking you exactly. How much?
5 minutes.
How many minutes? 10 minutes. Okay. From Gudum to Idola. Idola is on FIR. Idola is one reporting body. How much you will take?
17 minutes, sir.
17. See, from Jaipur to Gudum you took 10 minutes. And from Gudum to Idola you took 17 minutes. This stretch and this stretch, I don't think there is much of difference. There is difference, no doubt. You see it.
12.
Not that much.
Approx 12, sir.
Approx. See, now I'm getting so many options because you are opening your mind. That's a very good sign. Keep it up. Slowly try to make that 10 and 12 more logical. Okay, 10 minutes here and 12 minutes here. Now slowly you'll know how to plot the time. Now look at the stretch. Now you are at Pratapgarh. From Idola to Pratapgarh, how much time you will take?
9 minutes.
9. Okay, fine. 9 minutes. So this was 10 minutes, this was 12 minutes, and this is 9 minutes. 10 plus 12 is 22 minutes, right? 22 minutes plus 9 minutes. 9 minutes, 22 minutes plus 9 minutes is 31 minutes, right?
Yes.
31 minutes. 31 minutes you took right from Juliet Papa to Pratapgarh. So Juliet Papa, you were at 14:25. 14:25 plus 31 minutes. 14:25 plus 31 minutes is how much?
46. No, sir. 56.
What 56?
Yes, sir. 14:56.
14:56. This is the how you will get the log. So you are estimating at Pratapgarh you are at 14:56. 14:56 you are at Pratapgarh. Now from Pratapgarh 14:56, how much time you will take to come to Ahmedabad? How much time? Not Ahmedabad, but how much time you will take from Pratapgarh to Ahmedabad? How much time you will take? Straight, you'll go straight.
25 minutes.
25 minutes. Okay, given 22 to 25 minutes. Okay. So this time, whatever time you said 14:56 of that, add another 22 or 21 minutes in that, and finally it will be 13. It will be some 3 o'clock something. I think past
13:80.
yeah,
13:80.
you will reach AAE. So this is how you will put the log of the time. Okay, as per your question paper. And the stretch, see, there is no need to be very exact. Just look at the stretch, because it's a type of aircraft they given you. Na? They in the question paper they gave there's Airbus. This is Airbus, and you are not. See, last time when this thing came, yesterday's question paper, you are climbing. Now you are not climbing. Now you are straight at level 320. You are maintaining 320. The speed will increase. The speed will increase. Okay, and don't give time in round figure. I told you, don't give this as 10 minutes. If you are giving this as 10 minutes, make it 9. I will agree with you, or make it 11. But 10 sounds very round figure, like how 10, 9 or 11. Okay, and this stretch, if it is 11, this is 12. Okay, 1 minute difference. See, Airbus is traveling, it will travel quite a lot. Okay, so 1 minute time also difference. Okay, then Idola to Pratapgarh is again as Idola to Pratapgarh. What I feel from this is not a scale map, but you can see, you can judge. Idola to Pratapgarh is nearly same Gudum to Jaipur, so maybe this stretch is a little bit more bigger. This way, you have to be very calculative, and you have to be very, don't give time in round figures, and of course, and never give between two reporting points. Never give more than 25 to 30 minutes. In India, there are no two reporting points. I'll tell you for your knowledge, which exceeds even 20 minutes. I'll never give the stretch between two reporting points more than 20 minutes. Also, there is no such reporting, because the reporting points are, see what happens now. You don't laugh at me, because I'm going to give you one very simple example. Suppose from Jaipur you are going to Mumbai, you are flying from Jaipur to Mumbai in the same route, Kudum and all that. Suppose there was no restriction on the reporting point. Suppose there was no, just I tell the captain or tell the pilot, okay, after every 10 minutes or every 15 minutes, give your position report, and say everything is okay with the passengers, the aircraft is flying safely. Suppose the pilot gives the position report at Gudum, fine. After Gudum, he keeps mum, doesn't give any report. Okay, they'll wait for another 5 or 7 minutes. After 10 minutes, now again no report. Aircraft may be flying, I don't know, but no report, no report. Then the ATC gets worried. Mum and silence from the aircraft. There is no response or no position reporting from the aircraft for a long period of time. When the time stretch is very long, they are very worried. Then they will call him, Air India 109er, this is Mumbai or this is Jaipur, please come in. Again, no reply. I say again, come in, no reply, no reply. Third call, no reply. Even in third call, there is no reply. Then they don't wait for the fourth or fifth call for your replies. Immediately they will say search and rescue. We know something has happened to you. Search and rescue. Although you may be safe, I don't know, but then you will have to pay a very heavy fine for that. Why were you, mom? Why were you not giving a periodic position reports to say, tell us that you are safe and everything is healthy and fine. All the passengers are safe. Aircraft is flying safely. That's why, to avoid all this stupidity, what we do at every reporting point, compulsory reporting point, whether it is 80 minutes or whether the stretch is 12 minutes or whether 16 minutes, you must give your position report. Compulsory reporting point, you must give your position. But no stretch in India or between any two reports is for more than 20 minutes. That means within 20 minutes, at least one position report you will have to give to the ATC. Minimum, at least 20 minutes is there, maximum. Not more than 20. It may be less than 20, you may give a position report. Sometimes you may give a position report even after 7 minutes. Next reporting point is after 7 minutes. They are very close. But sometimes no stretch will exceed 20 minutes. Okay, everything is clear, right? So now this was your question number 3. We did question number 3. Now we will go to question number 4. Question number 4 of your question paper. We will go to question number 4. Okay. Question 4. Now question 4 is very interesting. This is the last question of your flight, because I told you after the 4th question, the 5th question is for another section. It is not an active flight. It is transmission of your phonetic codes and messages, right? So we are now going to do the 4th question, that is the last question of this flight. At 90 DME distance, co-pilot faints. At 90 DME distance, co-pilot faints. Effort to revive him fails. Very interesting question. At 90 DME, see, they told you users of radial and DME distance is recommended. So this is DME distance. as per DME instrument in your aircraft, you are at 90 miles, nautical miles away. From where you are going? You are going to Ahmedabad. So you are 90 DM, it's very obvious, 90 DME distance. From where you are going to land in Ahmedabad at the alternate, right? You just now told you are coming to the alternate. So you are just 90 miles away from your alternate aerodrome, that is Ahmedabad. You are coming. At that distance, your co-pilot faints. Co-pilot, you have a first officer. It's not fair to call him a co-pilot. He's a first officer. He faints. Effort to revive him fails. Effort to revive him fails. See, he is fainted, that is, he is unconscious. Your first officer is unconscious, and you are going to land after 90 miles. You are very close to Ahmedabad. That is when your first officer is fainted or unconscious. Effort to revive him fails. You are trying to revive him, bring him back into consciousness. So whatever methods are there to bring a human being back to consciousness, you tried. All means you tried to revive him, but he is not coming back in consciousness. Of no accord, whatever means you tried to revive him, bring him back to consciousness, he is not coming back to consciousness. So indirectly, they are telling you, suggesting something to you. Okay, effort to revive him fails. Now, without looking at your answer or without looking at your answer sheet, just look at the question paper, be sincere to yourself, and just tell me what type of situation this may be. This is an urgency situation, this is a distress situation, or it is neither. Can anybody unmute and tell me
Sir,
what type of
distress
situation it
message.
is? Why distress?
According to me, because
Tell.
the co-pilot come not in conscious way.
Yeah. So he may be dead. He may be dead also. We don't know. He may
Yes,
be.
sir.
He may have died. He may have died. So as
Yes.
per the actual, as per ICAO, distress condition is set. Of course, it is the. I told you in last question papers also. I mean, last thing when I told you about the 13 situations. I told you pen and mayday conditions are up to the pilot in command to decide. Okay, but at the same time, I am telling you, ICAO also has given certain guidelines. ICAO says whenever there is a casualty on board, casualty, that is a death on board of a passenger or crew member, in this case it is a crew member. So whether the passenger has died on board an aircraft or a crew member has died while in flight, it is also termed as a mayday condition, right? You are very right. That's very nice.
Yes, sir.
That you are responding in a very nice way. Mayday condition, this is the mayday
Thank you, sir.
condition, of course. And that the further thing is also, one more thing is there. Nothing happened to the aircraft, but ICAO says if there is no death, suppose there is no death of crew and passenger, but even if there is substantial damage to the aircraft, if such a thing happens that the aircraft crashes, everybody survived, 100% survivor, but the aircraft crashed in such a way that the aircraft is beyond repairs, means now we cannot repair the aircraft, beyond repair,
Yes,
the damage
sir.
is such great, then that is also a mayday condition. Mayday conditions is substantial damage to aircraft or loss of life or crew member or passenger. So in this case, aircraft was okay, but only one life was lost. That is your first officer. How you know he is lost? Because effort to revive him fails. You tried everything to revive him, come back to normally a unconscious person may come to consciousness after you have tried all the means, like you will put some water on his face or whatever, try to revive him by artificial respiration, whatever. But all the effort fails. There is no effort by which he is coming back to consciousness. He may have died. Okay, he may have died. Okay, this is a mayday condition. So you said, look at the answer. We'll go to the answer. When you look at the answer, it says 3 times. Mayday, mayday, mayday. In your log sheet, when you write mayday, 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 no need to write mayday, mayday, mayday 3 times. Write only once, mayday, and after writing mayday, just put a bracket and write 3, numerical 3. That shows you are telling mayday, mayday, mayday 3 times. Okay. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Ahmedabad control. Ahmedabad control. Deccan 413 Airbus. Co-pilot fainted. This is given in the question paper. Unable to revive him. Landing at Ahmedabad. Landing at Ahmedabad. Position 90 DME. 90 DME. It is given in the question paper. How much far you are? Your position is 90 DME from Ahmedabad. AAE. From where? From the VOR. Radial 045. I told you there are radials 360 in number. Any one radial you give, you gave here, because usage of radials at DMA distance is recommended. So whenever you are giving DMA distance, you must give the radial. Question paper gave you DMA distance, but no radial. So radial 1, imaginary radial, you have to speak out. Any radial, 360 radials are there. Even if you say radial 048, 049, 051, 090, 351, any one radial you speak out. You have to say one direction in which you are coming in, like you are navigating in one direction. So you said radial 045, flight level 320. You are at 32,000 feet. Estimating Ahmedabad so and so time. This Ahmedabad time, again, in the last question, we calculated time. Pratapgarh, you will be at so and so time. And from Pratapgarh, how much time you will take to Ahmedabad. So that time, when you, which in the last question, you had indicated the time of Ahmedabad, na? Same time you have to put that. Estimating Ahmedabad so and so. Endurance 0400. Now I'll tell you what it is. Endurance 0400. Persons on board 70. Persons on board. Whenever you give a mayday call, not in pan, it is not mandatory in a pan call, but in a mayday call, it is mandatory in the end to give out your endurance and the number of passengers which on board. Number of passengers. This you said 70. You can say 180, 70. Okay, but that never give a very absurd passenger figure. Like I've seen one of my students by committing a blunder. Like they had given in the question paper type of aircraft, flying club aircraft. Okay, flying club aircraft, and that had a mayday. So in that he gave the endurance and persons on board. He is saying 35. But how can 35 persons be there in a flying club aircraft? That is a two-seater. Okay, he should say 02 there. He lost marks in that, and they were very disgusted. Like he is just mugged up. He has not used his logic. So here you said 70. 70 is okay, but in an Airbus 70 also is, I think, 70 passengers. With 70 passengers, if you are flying in Airbus, I think the airline is in I don't know, must be in a very pitiable condition. So at least you say 113, 113 or 118, something, some respectable number here, depending upon the type of aircraft, number of passengers, right? Endurance. Now, can anybody unmute yourself and tell me what is endurance? What do you mean by endurance? Fast. Tell me fast.
Sir, endurance means present of fuel on aircraft.
Yes, correct. Amount of fuel in aircraft. A little bit more, little bit more. You are correct. You are nearly there. Just one or two words more and 100% will be okay. Endurance is supposed to be the amount of fuel an aircraft has, and with that amount of fuel, it can fly continuously in air without refueling. Without refueling. That is the endurance of the aircraft. That means
Yes,
this is 0400. That means this aircraft can fly continuously for 4 hours. No need to come down for refueling at least till 4 hours. Okay, till 4 hours.
Okay.
So this is the present endurance of this aircraft. But it is not that this is the total endurance. Sometimes what happens? You are flying from Delhi to Bombay. Okay, your endurance is 5 or 30 minutes at that time. That means from Delhi to Mumbai, when you are flying, you have taken fuel enough for 5.5 hours of flying. And when you flew from Delhi, that endurance will become decreasing, will keep on decreasing because you are using fuel. Now fuel is burning. So by the time you come halfway to Mumbai and Delhi, it will not be again 530, 0530. It will keep on, endurance keeps on decreasing. But at this moment, you said when you are coming to Ahmedabad, you're 90 miles away, you have fuel enough to fly another 4 hours. Another 4 hours. And person on board 70 number of passengers. Why are they asking endurance in this mayday, and why are they asking passengers on board in this mayday? That is because as per your mayday condition, the aircraft may crash, may catch fire. It's going to be in a very pathetic condition. To take care of life or to safeguard life, if you tell them number of passengers so much, search and rescue or medical operations will be as per the number of passengers, can be arranged before you arrive there. Plus endurance 04. You are having fuel for 4 hours in an aircraft. It's very dangerous. 4 hours of fuel. There are a lot of chances that you may catch fire. Okay, there are a lot of chances that may you catch fire. Okay, please rejoin. Please rejoin. Time